keeping it away from the hurricane and all of that stuff, right? Because I'm going to keep y'all up to date on what's going on. We'll be dropping updates on the Anton Daniels channel. And we're going to be talking about it all tomorrow when y'all in the eye of the storm going, I should have got out. I should have got. The middle part bust downs, they in there with the Gators. Anyways, I'll keep y'all up to date. But anyways, on top of that, Kamala Harris decided that she wanted to pull up to The View. So I don't want to spend any more than 10 minutes on this because I got to keep y'all up to date on what's happening with the election. And the question that everybody is curious about that they asked her on The View was, how are you any different from the Biden administration? Again, that's the question. How are you any different from your predecessor in the Biden administration? Make sure y'all hit a like. Let's check it out.
The race to the White House is now a sprint with 28 days to go. I'm going to leave that alone. 28 days to go until election. So we are thrilled that joining us right now for her very first talk
Don't
show.
be laughing at my exaggeration of how y'all going to be in that hurricane. The waves is. Why y'all ain't leave? Why y'all pray for us? Oh, FEMA, where's FEMA to help? Oh, I think I'm gonna lose everything. I ain't got no homeowners insurance. Why y'all ain't leave? Somebody get a rescue boat out to me. On TikTok. What is you doing? Why you ain't leave? Why you still? Because you know me, I'm going to be laughing. I'm going to be cracking up. I'm going to be on your TikTok live looking at you look like a whole fool trying to understand why you didn't leave when DeSantis told you to get up out of the way. Because see, once it becomes, I'm going to do what I want to do, once you become hard-headed, now I got to bring out my laughing. Because I stopped feeling sympathy because I don't have no sympathy for people that want to be willingly hard-headed. It's kind of like the people over there in Dalton, Illinois. It's like, why y'all still voting the same way? Why is the people in Chicago voting the same way when they told you what they was going to do? Am I supposed to feel sorry for you because you decided that you didn't want to vote? Now you suffering and you got 86% increase on your property taxes and your schools is failing and you got migrants over there now? No, you deserve everything that you get. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Y'all really gonna be Gator Nation down there for real. Let's get to Kamala Harris. I'm sorry.
Appearance and live TV interview appearance since accepting the Democratic presidential nomination. Please welcome back the next president of the United States.
Imagine being a simp in the audience and fanning out over Kamala Harris walking out to The View. Imagine being a person that asked for tickets to go to The View. I burned them tickets, bro. Talking to a bunch of women in pantsuits. God, you couldn't give me tickets to The View, bro. Imagine fainting over Kamala Harris. That's crazy. You got to be a real soldier to go with your girl to The View.
So
it's wonderful to see you.
It's wonderful to see
And look at how we're all
you.
dressed so.
Yes.
well, most of us. Yeah. Some of us are just as we are.
We know
But
Dusty
you
Whoopi ain't gonna
just
dress
walked
up.
out to Freedom by Beyonce, which is a campaign anthem for you.
Yes.
And you've barely taken a breath since, 79 days ago when President Biden called your house.
Hey, I don't know the names of all of these hyenas that's on this panel, but which one is the worst one? If I knew the names all of them, I would do a poll. But which ones are the worst ones? Which one is the worst one? I'm going to try to find all of their names.
Said he was stepping down and passing you the torch. Bye, and then hung up. So,
Kind of.
how close? I mean, so you
y'all know
get
the
this
View was on
phone
its 28th
call,
season?
and I guess you can tell who's calling, and what does he say?
So I'll set the scene for you.
Okay.
So it was a Sunday, and our family, my niece, her husband, and their 2 daughters were staying with us. And I had promised them that Sunday Auntie was going to make pancakes and bacon, and we were going to have a really...
Oh, brother.
And, you know, the kids wake up, the girls, they're 6 and 8, they were at the time, they wake
Let's
up
get
early.
to the thick of it. I don't want to hear all of this. I want to get to the part that I'm looking for. All right, here we go.
In the hours and days to come. But
Yeah.
Madam
it
Vice
was quite a
President,
day.
we are very happy to see you here
Thank
today.
you, thank you.
for
I'm
coming.
glad to be with you.
As Vice President, you've worked very closely with President Biden for almost 4 years. He was here on our show,
Yeah.
and he said there wasn't a single thing that he did that you could not do. What do you think would be the biggest specific difference between your presidency and a Biden presidency?
Well, we're obviously 2 different people, and we have a lot of shared life experiences. For example, the way we feel about our family and our parents and so on. But we're also different people, and I will bring those sensibilities to how I lead. You know, for example, I know we're going to talk today, but one of the issues that I'm very focused on is what we do around home health care.
Yes.
I have done a lot of work as it relates
So the question is, how are you different from Biden?
to, sadly, but violence against
What up,
women and children. I
Seinfeld?
care a lot about that. I love our small businesses. My mother raised my sister and me predominantly, but
Here go the small business thing. Here go the small business pitch. I love my small businesses. My mother raised us in a single parent household. We stayed above a small business where my mama's friend, all of that, and they love their lawns. Same pitch, same story, different day. Same effing pitch.
businesses.
What does this have to do with the separation between you and Biden and how things would be different under a Kamala Harris presidency versus being under a Biden presidency?
My mother raised my sister and me predominantly, but we had what we called a second mother who lived 2 houses down who helped my mother raise us. She was a small business owner. I love our small businesses. And so the influence of a personal experience will have its impact on the presidency.
Well, if anything,
Queen of word salad didn't answer nothing.
would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
Okay, now the question is, I want to be very clear because she can talk a lot, and then a lot of times she'll get distracted by what's going on. She can talk a lot, and a lot of times she'll get distracted by what's going on. Let me call Rita real quick. The question is, how will your presidency be different than Biden's? Let me see her ask it again.
Presidency?
Well, if anything, would you have done something differently than President Biden during the...
Hey, your daughter is trying to get in touch with you.
Okay.
All right.
past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind in terms of, and I've been a part of most of the decisions that have had impact.
Yeah.
The work that we have done, for example, capping the cost of insulin at $35 a month for our seniors is something I care deeply about allowing Medicare to negotiate drug prices.
Yes.
And bring the cost of prescription medication down for seniors, but my intention is to expand that for all Americans. The work we have done to invest in American industries, whether it be in terms of manufacturing and creating almost 800,000 new jobs around manufacturing, those were all a shared priority.
Well, let's
So, The question is, how will your presidency, right or wrong, good or bad, how will your presidency be any different than the presidency of Biden? And what she said, I'm going to summarize it for y'all because I'm a C student, and I know a lot of us may not have been all of the best students inside of the classroom. They had the No Child Left Behind, so some of us passed, some of us didn't, but we still got to the next grade. The question is, how will your presidency be any different than Biden's? What she says is, it won't. Let me play it again for the people in the back because I want y'all to hear what she said directly. I don't want you to think that I'm finessing the answer. This is what she asked.
Well, if anything, would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind.
And she qualified her answer by saying, listen, I was a part of pretty much all of the major decisions that happened over the last 3.5 years. She's not deflecting. She's not hiding. She's not trying to tell you anything differently. She's telling you that, listen, I was a part of what was going on over the last 3.5 years, which completely debunks Roland Martin, Ricky Smiley, Charlemagne, Steve Harvey, and all the rest of these shills that's out here that's trying to sell you on the idea that, oh, no. We can't hold her responsible for what happened at the border. Oh, no. We can't hold her responsible for what happened with inflation. Oh, no. We can't hold her responsible for what happened over there overseas in Ukraine, even though she's been working closely with Zelensky and she's been participating in all of these proxy wars as far as making the decisions on where we spend our tax dollars. She's telling you she was in the room helping to make these decisions. If that be the case, right or wrong, when you evaluate it, and then we go back and we listen to what J.D. Vance said at the end of his debate speech when he was debating Tim Walz, and he said, listen, guys, if you want more of what you've experienced over the last 3.5 years, then vote for Kamala Harris. Because best case scenario, you're going to get 4 more years of what you just experienced. Worst case scenario for us, you get 8 more years of it. So then the Democrats will have controlled 20 out of the 24 years that we've had a president in office over the last 24 years at the end of her term. Worst case scenario. And are you confident with the results that you're going to get as a result of it, considering what you've experienced over the last 3.5 years? That's the question that you got to ask yourself. That's what forward looks like. She's not hiding from it. She's participated in all of the decisions that's been made. And so she'll highlight everything that she think was a success, and they'll ignore everything that they think they failed at. But let's be clear. Yes, she was participating. So miss me with all of this rhetoric of the things that you don't like that's happening in society today. We could just automatically throw that away and act like she's not a part of it. We could throw that away and act like she's not a part of the decision-making process. We could throw that away and act like she's not the person that cast a tie-breaking vote in a lot of these deals that has now been pushed through to then make your life more miserable while at the same time taxing you and creating a worse circumstance for you. We don't want to hear it. She told you out of her own mouth.
During the past 4 years.
There is not a thing that comes to mind in terms of, and I've been a part of most of the decisions that have had impact.
Yeah.
No, I'm not changing anything, and I've been a part of most of the decisions that had impact. Why would she change something that she was a part of and that she advocated for and that she had a significant voice and hand in pushing through? So I don't want to hear anything from anybody else trying to convince me or tell me, no, she shouldn't be responsible. No, she wasn't the border czar. No, she don't have nothing to do with all of the wars that we in. No, it's not about, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Everything that you see being communicated to you, and the fact that she was MIA, she was in the back room doing what she do to make sure that you guys could have the successes or failures that you've experienced over the last 3.5 years. Just wanted to share that with you guys really quickly.